Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm really excited because I'm reviewing a fragrance that's a bit hard to find, as is with all city exclusives. So today I'm filming from our hotel here in Seoul. And if you don't know, the city exclusive fragrance of Le Labo is it's actually Citron 28. So this one I picked up in Lotte department store in Myeongdong, and thankfully that department store had the 100 ml bottle, which was quite different from when I picked up my Cedrat 37, because when we went to the department store, I think it's Kadeve, they only sell the 50 ml bottle. So I didn't have to go to the boutique here in Seoul. So they already have the 100 ml available in the department store. So I'll be sharing my first impression, but not really, because I was able to smell this perfume last year when they were releasing it, or they're making it available in all the Lilabo stores on the month of September. So I was able to smell this back back then in September in Manila. And at first, it didn't really make an impression on me too much. I felt it was nice. It was agreeable with my skin, but it wasn't really a standout. But since then, I've been also trying to explore other scent profiles. So here we are. So, spoiler alert, this is not your typical citrus fragrance. And stay until the end, because I'll also do a mini review of Lavande 31, which I got as a free sample. And it's possible that it might be my next Lilabo purchase. So while I'm opening this, allow me to give a bit of a background. So, as mentioned, Citron is part of Le Labo's City Exclusives collection, meaning you can't just walk into any Le Labo store unless it's the right city or during the limited September release window. So, as mentioned, I found this in the Lotte department store in Myeongdong. And honestly, the experience just felt very Le Labo. It was minimalist, personalized, and freshly labeled. Although I did notice that they didn't do the mixing on the spot, unlike the Berlin City Exclusive. Okay, so let me find a way to open this properly. So just also share with you about my day. We went to Lotte department store, which was, it was very, very convenient that they had one floor where they had a lot of the niche perfumes, including some of the local favorite brands like Tambourines. So I was able to go around, sample a bit of their perfumes, but this one was really on my mind that day. The other perfume brand that really also struck me was Byredo. So Byredo, they don't have any presence in Manila, so I always buy mine either in secondary or in the gray market, or when I go overseas. So in Lotte, they have like a 10% discount with Byredo. So I'm seriously considering getting another fragrance, but at this point in time, maybe I'm just really trying to, I'm trying to manage my FOMO, or my fear of missing out. So anyway, back to Citron 28. So officially, in the Le Labo store, it lists as citron, of course, so citrusy. It also has ginger, jasmine, ambergris, and musk. And now when you first spray this, as with testing with any Le Labo fragrance, or any fragrance for that matter, the opening is really a citrus fragrance. Okay, so of course that is the expectation. But instead, it becomes this clean, um, musky, slightly salty skin scent. The ambergris and the musk, they take over and giving it this almost intangible your skin but better vibe. There's also a soft floral touch from the jasmine, and I think for me that's the scent that really stood out for me during the dry down. And this type of jasmine is a variant that's very much well known in the Philippines. So we call it the sampaguita. It's a jasmine variant. It's very, very much, it's everywhere. While I was growing up, it's our national flower actually. So the sampaguita holds a lot of childhood memories. And maybe that's why, I was drawn into this. So it's the kind of fragrance that doesn't project loudly but creates this subtle, clean aura around you. And for me, it has a personal note because the Sampaguita evokes a special memory, or it invokes a special, a nostalgic feeling. So performance wise on me, it's more on the moderate side. I'm really not expecting this to be something that's very long lasting, because citrus, they usually tend to dissipate after a couple of hours, but it sits fairly close to the skin after a while, and it lasts to me about 4 to 5 hours, so it's not much doing for me on my skin. So I'm really planning on decanting so I can respray in the afternoon. So this feels perfect for everyday wear, office settings, or even while traveling because it's so easy and non-offensive. So this is the um, short impression and review that I have for Citron 21. But of course, don't attempt to blind buy this because it's very expensive. And to share with you the price, so I'm a foreign tourist, so I was able to get the tax refund. So I paid 680,000 won. And if you compare, or if you convert it to Philippine peso, it's almost 29,000 pesos. So in September, they sell this at 31,000 pesos. So there's a bit of savings there for me. Okay, so going to the last segment here, let's talk about Lavande 31. And for me, this is something that's been on my mind. I've been trying on Lavande since last year. For me, it wasn't working well, maybe because of the cool weather or the cooler weather. But yeah, I think that will work. I think this one is better for me on the slightly warmer days. But I wouldn't recommend this on a very, very hot day. So if you hear lavender, you might think of something very clean, soapy, or even old school. But this is not your typical lavender. So the notes include not just lavender but also bergamot, neroli, musk, tonka, and amber. But what stands out is how Lilabo treats the lavender note here. It smells creamy, slightly smoky, and almost edgy. So there's a warmth to it, almost a sensual depth that makes it feel very unisex. So maybe even leaning slightly masculine, but it's a very wearable masculine perfume for us women. So comparing it to Citron 28, Citron is more airy and skin-like. Lavande is more textured and expressive. And I have to say, this one really grew on me. It took me about maybe 5 to 7, visits and spraying and smelling and walking around to really appreciate Lavande 31. So this is definitely high on my next purchase. It just feels a bit more distinctive while still being versatile. But overall, I'm really happy with Citron 28. It's a city exclusive. It's gonna be a memory piece for my visit here in Seoul. It's understated, unique, and perfect if you want something clean but not predictable. So let me know in the comments if you've tried any Le Labo fragrance or if you have a favorite from the City Exclusives collection. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.